從知道與不知道開始，係一個充滿深度同靈性探索嘅藝術展覽，展示咗7位藝術家點樣通過作品去探索靈性、感官同埋文化根源。呢個展覽唔單止係一個視覺享受，仲係一個挑戰思維嘅體驗。依家我哋就請出策展人 Zoe Chan 同埋其中一位藝術家車欣惠，聽下佢哋點樣通過作品同大家去了解靈性嘅意義啊！
So it begins with knowing and not knowing actually comes from Deborah Levy's, who's a British author, a memoir that they were writing. They were just going through a divorce, on the brink of building a new life with their 2 daughters, moving into a new place, making a new home. I wanted to have a title that showed somebody on the brink of something new, and I think a lot of these artists are exploring, embarking on a journey, a spiritual journey, and thinking about what they can create through this engagement with spirituality. So we're standing in front of Zoe Cry's installation. Zoe Cry is interested in creating spaces. She was inspired by ancient Greek sort of spaces that were meant for healing and rest. So she wanted to create something that felt where you could sit and meditate and calm down. There are these paintings that she made that are all related to her body. Look like organs or even like skeletons if you look at these closely. So this is Rebecca Baer's installation. It's called Hair as Ritual. She is thinking about the ritual of looking after her own hair. So here we see, these are actually hair extensions that she has used in the past. So she's interested in this idea of the ritual of care. She also, cyanotype is really important for her because she loves the sun. And so it was very important to have it in this gallery because it was lovely light coming in through the windows.
Pressing into cracks and blooms. I made that work. I was having difficult time personally. There was a lot of major life changes, and I wanted to use the simple process of pinching these parts to make space for the overwhelming emotions that I was feeling. And I did not fire them, so they're all porous and they absorb the moisture that's in them. So they can't hold moisture forever and they will collapse. So I took photos of different moments in the process of erosion and the medicine spilling out. This work that we are standing in right now, this work is called To Hold Myself. There's this writer, Zoe Sophia. She wrote that containers are not just about what we put our things into and thereby identify with. It's also about what of ourselves we can and cannot contain. I made these clay vessels on parts of my body, and I'm kneading and mending them as they take shape as the vessel. So sometimes this is a very caring and tender process, but sometimes it also feels really difficult, like I'm trying to slap them into place and they're cracking as they're forming. So I think seeing these 2 works in the show next to each other, one work is about collapse. Are there possibilities for growth, or is it considered failure? And then the other work is about patient process of trying to rebuild or heal or to make space so that you can exist in the current moment.
So I think it's interesting for the visitor to walk through the space and see the connections between all of the artists and the artwork. It makes them think about what are their rituals, how do they find hope and optimism in a time of war, of inequality, of environmental crisis.
今次展覽展示咗藝術家對靈性同存在嘅獨特見解，希望大家親身嚟體驗下呢一班藝術家點樣用作品傳達靈性嘅力量。